Hello everyone. If you're watching this right now, then you've heard about all of the, quote, scary killer clowns that seem to be threatening civilians, schools, and public safety nationwide. So about a week ago, we've been seeing instances of people encountering just in their everyday life, just driving down the road, at school, children at public parks being lured into the woods. There's these little encounters just popping up constantly for the last week or so. And multiple police departments have already told us that we shouldn't be afraid of the clowns and that there's no credible threat or imminent danger. But I'm actually going to do one better and completely expose the clowns, and it's only going to take a couple of minutes. Okay, so let's start here with the Twitter page Clown Sightings. It claims itself to be the original account and accepts DM submissions. It has 70,700 followers, which is obviously quite a lot. And the first thing I want to go over is that if we scroll down far enough, we will be able to find the first clown post. The very first one they posted is Pumpkin Ripper, Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, that's an old clip. That's not an original from them. Before that, they just posted a variety of random things to this Twitter. And I believe that they also had the previous username Arthur. I don't know. I believe on October 2nd they changed their name and they started posting clown sightings. So if we scroll up a little bit, we start to see, I believe this is the first one that originated from this account. Now they claim that everything they post is through a direct message submission. And a lot of these clips you won't find other places. They did originate from this Twitter and this Twitter only. And there is no, long version of the video. The clip that we get here is the clip that they have given to us. That's it. So I want to go over a few reoccurring patterns in their tweets, in the videos they tweet. So this one here. They're driving a car. They spot a clown. The clown rushes their car, and then right as it gets to it, the video cuts out. Very short clip, and it cuts off seemingly right at the climax of the entire video. That we don't get to see the aftermath, we don't get to see if they got away, we don't get to see anything. The next clip, clown sighting in California, #knife. And let's note here that the clip is longer than 10 seconds, meaning it couldn't have been a Snapchat, so there's no excuse for a random cutoff in the clip. Driving down a dirt road, they spot a clown. Apparently the clown is armed with a knife. They attempt to make a 3-point turn. They don't make it. They have to back up again. They're not going to make it in time. Clown is now right next to the vehicle, and the clip cuts off. What happened? Did they drive away? Did the clown get there? We don't know. Right here, a person finds two clowns on foot and starts to run away and just cuts the clip off. See, now I understand that in a situation like this, you'd be very panicked, and your first instinct is not to record the situation, but your first instinct isn't to stop your video. If it's your phone especially, you're just running and you just have your phone in your hand, you don't look at your screen and stop the video. That's not your first instinct. So this clip is actually one that I find the most suspicious. They approach a clown. And let's keep a couple things in mind. The clown runs straight to the car, they throw it in reverse, start backing up, and the clip cuts right as the clown gets to the car. So there's so many things wrong with this clip. A, obviously, whoever's in the clown suit has serious problems if it's real. No one should ever be in a clown suit at late times in the night in the pitch black trying to scare people. Second of all, whoever is in that clown suit is way crazier than we could imagine if they did run straight towards the car that was coming down the road. Okay? It doesn't matter if you're a psychopath or a killer. You know not to run straight head into a car that is in drive coming towards you. Now the third issue of this clip, again like the other ones, it cuts off right at the climax. Now why is it doing this? Well, I think there could be a couple of answers. Like we mentioned before, people could be panicking. They could just accidentally turn off the camera. They don't know what to do. But I do want to point out that if you do have your camera out and something like this happens, you want it on camera. I mean, the clown doesn't get this close to your car, and as you're driving, or maybe it's a passenger, even more so if it's a passenger, you want to keep the camera on what's happening, and you don't want to turn it off. That's not something that you want to do in any situation where something like this is happening. You keep the camera on. So it makes no sense to me why someone wouldn't record this out. I can't find one single clip anywhere right now that will actually show you the aftermath. What I mean by that is a clown approaches, they get close, the video cuts off. There's no videos where someone runs away and gets away and talks about it. It's all very short clips that cut off right when the clown gets to them. Now the second thing is that this could be a fear tactic in every single one of these videos. They cut off right as it gets to the climax, so we as people don't know what's happening, and naturally our minds run wild and we assume the worst, and it just strikes all sorts of fear into us as people. Now this next one I want to show you is a clip of the Penn State clown riot. So you can see literally hundreds of students taking to the streets to hunt down clowns after their school was put on lockdown. Now one could say that this is a fear tactic towards the clowns. Hey, maybe we will scare these people and it won't happen anymore. Now, there were supposedly 3 clowns spotted on the Penn State campus, and hundreds of students took to the streets along with the police department, and not one was found. It was a hoax. It was clearly a hoax. They would have ran into the clown with this many bodies searching for them. Now, this Twitter page, Clown Watch, this page, I believe, is responsible solely for locking down schools. It says, please send any information regarding clown sightings in DMs, media too. Sources are not 100% accountable, but take information for what it's worth. Be safe. Okay, nothing wrong with that. And then we start looking. The first thing that we should point out is that the DMs are not enabled. You can only tweet to Clown Watch right now. You'll see this is what it looks like when DMs are enabled. You can send a direct message right there. You cannot DM Clown Watch. And so let's take a look at a photo 5 hours ago. Hello, my name is Frankie the Clown. I'm coming to Milford, MA on Friday. Hope to see you there. Okay. So now, if someone had received this message and DM'd it to Clown Watch, which you can't do, why is there no username and or phone number from the sender? What, are they protecting the sender? They don't want this clown to be traced before it ends up in Milford on Friday? Why are they protecting whoever sent this message? They could think maybe that was an accident, except for the fact that they do it right here. Hello, I'm a friendly clown. This message basically just threatens the school. And once again, the sender has been cut off. You can't see the phone number, you can't see the contact. It's for protection of the sender, so it can't be traced. Doesn't make any sense. And now, we should point out that they have tweets such as DMs will be open for 30 seconds. Okay, so if they open their DMs for literally a combined total of maybe a couple minutes every day, how do they possibly sustain this amount of information? So 6 hours ago, they opened it for 30 seconds. Apparently, within that 30 seconds, they were informed that there was a clown at the Hudson Skate Park. There was text messages sent to Dedham High School in MA this morning to students threatening the high school. They received this message. They were informed about 2 clowns seen walking down Farm Street in Wakefield, Massachusetts. There was a report in Newburyport, Massachusetts. Just dozens and dozens of reports. Quite literally impossible to sustain the amount of reports that they have through 30 seconds of DMs occasionally here and there. So I'd really like to know where they get their information and their sources for information on posts like this. Rockland MA, cited in front of Mike's Pizza Place, and Rockland Athletics. all of these sorts of posts, they have quite literally, there's not even a picture. I mean, someone sent this and didn't take a picture of it. There's no way to back this up. They've quite literally making up every single post on this page, and it has 25K almost in followers. And then the worst part is that they're intentionally getting schools locked down. Medford MA on Tufts campus wearing red, yellow, and green mask holding bowling pin. So, let's take a look at what they're doing. They will make posts like this that are threatening towards a school/college campus, but their description says that sources are not 100% accountable and that to take the information for what it's worth. But they know very well that with 25K followers, when they make a dangerous tweet towards a school, authorities are going to see it, and it has to be taken seriously whether they have a liable source or not. What they're doing is simply trying to save their own butts. They don't want to get in trouble for it, so they say they have sources. So now let's take a look at this. Clown Sightings only follows 2 other people, Kyle Banks and Capo. So let's take a look at Kyle Banks. He says he is the president of the Entrepreneur Club, and on October 3rd, one day after they start posting on Clown Sightings, he says, "I'm still in high school and I just partnered with Halloween Express." Okay, so you have a very smart young man, president of the Entrepreneur Club. He's an investor, and he's just struck a deal with the Halloween Express company. On October 3rd, which is one day after Clown Sightings, starts posting Clown Sightings. Now if we go back and look at their page, the only pinned tweet that they have is the link from Kyle Banks to Halloween Express for his 15% off code, and when people use this link to buy Halloween items, they get a discount, and Kyle Banks gets a certain percentage of the money. As you can see here, he's retweeted it, it's his link, he's making money from it, and he's partnered with them. So now let's take a look at Halloween Express. This is their homepage. Look, first thing for sale, clown masks. Buy one, get one 30% off. So let's put these 3 things together. Halloween Express sells clown masks. Kyle Banks is partnered with Halloween Express. And Kyle Banks has a discount code to Halloween Express. And Clown Sightings is endorsed by Kyle Banks, one of the only 2 people that it follows, and the only pinned tweet is for Kyle's promo code. So it's very simple to see that the entire thing is just one huge hoax. They're making money off Halloween Express, the company, selling the Halloween masks. You know, hype like this, of course people want to buy Halloween masks for Halloween, which is in 20-something days. And doing something like this literally gets the attention of the entire public of the nation. Look, they have 70K followers since October 3rd. And that number's only going to continue to grow. It's almost at 71K. So the entire thing is just a scheme for money, a scheme for Halloween Express, a scheme for Kyle Banks, and you don't have to worry about killer clowns out there at night. You don't, driving down the road, you're not going to run into one of these clowns. They're hoaxes, they're fake. I will say that anytime you have something of this level that sweeps through the whole nation, of course there's going to be 1 or 2 psychopaths out there that decides to jump on the bandwagon and puts a killer clown mask on and goes and scares people or whatever. And that accounts for the 1 or 2 times that someone's actually been arrested in these situations. But in general, 99% of these are fake. There's nothing to worry about. You're not going to be attacked by clowns or chased by clowns. You're not even going to see a clown outside at night or whatever. Nothing's changed. There's no epidemic going on like news stations have promoted. They didn't do any research, clearly. It's very easy to see this is one big scheme. So don't worry about the clowns.